folks, so today is day number 3 using the Urban Decay Moondust palette. I was inspired by the Grinch. Completely forgot that this week of videos was not going up before Christmas. That it was actually going up the week after Christmas. So you may hear me mention a couple things about, oh yeah, festive looks, but then it's actually like holiday season, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Basically, I fucked up and thought that this week was going to go up before Christmas. So I also got some fun mail in today, so I'm going to be using the Alchemist palette from Kat Von D, which is the shade that I have as a highlight and like a brow bone highlight as well. So you guys get to see that in action. Alright, so then from the Moondust palette, I use this shade right here, which is Light Year. That's the glitter that I have on the lid. It's kind of a beautiful sort of like green with a little bit of a blue shift in it. And then I did want to use just a couple of green shades that I've loved over the past month or so that I've used in videos that you guys know that I like. Okay, so the first one being this sort of olive green shade from the myeyeshadowisod Dark Matte palette. And then the other green shade that I love is this shade right here, which is called Clover Club from the Cupcakes and Monsters palette from Suva. So remember just how much I love that shade. And then I also used a little bit of this one here, which is Sugar Diet as well. And then I literally just got mail in like an hour ago, and I got in this guy. This is the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic palette. I'm not sure how well this is going to come up on camera just because of my lighting. It's very bright in this room today, but it's just beautiful white packaging with just sort of like a holographic sheen to it, which is really cool. So I decided to try out this one, which is the Emerald shade. So, you know, you swatch it and it kind of pulls like a green sheen. I don't know how well you guys can see that there, but that's what I used underneath the brow bone and on the face. Alright, and then the brushes that I used today were these 4. I used a large fluffy brush to help blend out some shades on the lid. Then I used a 217 to go in with most of the green shades. I kind of just used the one brush and clean it off on my color switch sponge thing. And then I used a synthetic brush just to apply the glitter both on the lid and underneath the eye. And then just a little pencil brush for some detail work as well. Alright, so then the first shade that I'm going into is that olive green from the Dark Matte palette. Such a beautiful shade. I'm like obsessed with this color. I think it's awesome. And then this is going to go just in my crease. I'm also going to take that shade just sort of right into the inner part of the lid, kind of up towards the brow, towards the nose, kind of right in there. Make a little bit of a different shape, more of a blown out look. Alright, and then I'm going to go into Sugar Diet from Suva Beauty. Pick up a little bit of that shade. That's going to get dusted kind of right on top. I'm sort of mixing these two shades together. And I'm just taking that shade and also sort of wiggling it around in the inner corner as well. Again, this is going to be one of those looks that's a little bit more messy and just kind of blown out and smoky. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just really like those kind of looks. You guys know I like to do like precise looks every now and then, but I mostly just like to take a brush and just sort of blend it around until it looks good. That's kind of my style. And I'm just taking that big brush, not any product on it, but just using it to just blend everything out. And then just add a little bit more of a pop of green. I'm taking the shade here, which is Clover Club, just using the exact same brush that I just used. And just placing this on sort of the outer corner. And then this color is going to go right on the lid where we're going to sort of put the glitter on top. So it is going to get a little hidden by the glitter, but you want sort of a base of color before you apply that, just so that it doesn't show through to just skin tone, with a little bit of a shade underneath. So next we're going to go into Light Year from the Moondust palette, and I am going to take my brush, dampen it a little bit with a little bit of Fix Plus. I just find that the easiest way to apply these without using a glitter glue or anything like that. So I'm just going to get that on my brush, and I'm going to apply that right to the center of my lid. And then before that dries, I like to pick up a little bit on my finger and just tap it on top. That's going to make the glitter really, really pigmented and really pop out. And then I'm also going to take that same color from the Moondust palette and apply that right underneath my bottom lashes. Alright, so then I decided to go into the holographic palette that Kat Von D just released. And I'm going to go into the Emerald shade. And this is sort of a duochrome shadows. Now, this isn't something that we haven't really seen before. But I actually don't own any shades like this, so it was something that I was like, okay, listen, I put a lot of faith in Kat Von D. I pretty much like most of her eyeshadows. The only palette that I wasn't really impressed with was the Mi Vida Loca palette. That's the holiday palette from 2013, 15, I want to say. That was the one that was like gigantic, and the main reason why I didn't use it was the fact that it was fucking huge. So I did want to test this out, and so far just from using this one shade, it's pretty cool. I just never had anything like this. They've been around forever. Like, I know there was the Naked Stack pigments or something like that that pretty much do the same thing, but it's nice to have it in one palette. That's kind of cute, and I mean, having a triangle palette is kind of awesome, so it's like, you know, Illuminati confirmed. Alright, so I'm just going to take a bit of that emerald shade, and that's going to go right underneath my brow bone. Then I found on this side what really worked with it to get it super, super pigmented is to just use it with your finger and work that into the skin, and that's when you're really going to get that like intense sheen. So then from there I'm going to go ahead and apply a coat of mascara to the top and bottom eyelashes. Again, I'm not wearing false eyelashes, but it's definitely an option if it's something that you want to do. I just like the way that my natural eyelashes look with this. So then with mascara on, that's what the eyes look like. So pretty green and awesome. I like it. Rest of the face, for my contour I'm using NYX Taupe Blush. When you have as much product as I do, it's so rare to actually like hit pan and use up a product, so I don't know, I just find that kind of funny. Alright, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of Milani's Luminoso as my blush, just a little bit, not very much. I don't want the blush to be the main focus of this look. And then I decided to go back into the holographic palette and use that emerald shade for my highlight. And this is real cool. So this is like exactly what I wanted out of this, is just a highlight that sort of catches the light and pulls sort of a yellowy green. A color that actually does this is in the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. It's called Fly. Very, very similar to this. So this is just more of like a smoother non-eyeshadow version of that, but it's essentially the same sort of effect. And this is the first time that I'm applying this, obviously. I just got it like a couple hours ago, and it's melting really nice into the skin. So I will have to see just how long it sits, because I find highlighter doesn't stay the longest on my skin for some reason. It's sort of the first thing that fades away. Really heavy just on my Cupid's bow. That's some alien shit right there. That's cool. Okay, and then for lips I'm going to use Lime Crime's Velveteen in Trouble. It's sort of the same shade as the olive eyeshadow that I put on the crease, but I'm going to use this, and then I think I'm going to press the glitter that I used on the eye on top. Okay, so then that's what it looks like without the glitter pressed in. So I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to press in Lightyear on top, and we'll see what that looks like. I think it's going to make like a really fun, like glittery, festive look. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, come back and show you what the final look looks like. Okay, so then I went ahead and pressed that color right on top of the lipstick, and this is what it does. Really cool, and it actually feels a lot better than if you were to just press glitter on your lips. I mean, it's dry, but it's not like that gritty feeling that you get from glitter. I also suggest just taking like a little flat brush to sort of work around your lip line, because I tried to use my finger, but it wasn't really precise enough to cover the entire lip. Like, it's okay for like just in the center, but if you want to kind of take it right to the edge of your lip line and make it not messy looking, then definitely use a little brush if you're going to do that. So now I pretty much want to take all the colors in this palette and put them on my lips. But yeah, so that wraps up day 3 using the Urban Decay Moondust palette. Definitely focusing on using the green in the palette. I think it's really fun and bright. And to be honest, I don't wear green on the eyes that often, but you know, I decided to do a look sort of inspired by the Grinch and just do green everywhere. Why not, right? Green highlight. That's really cool though. I really like that. So, it's a good little purchase, this little palette. Ooh. Also, I got other goodies in the mail that I'm just going to share with you guys. I got in the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So that's what that looks like. And yes, it does smell absolutely amazing. It actually smells less than what I thought it would, but I will be doing a week with this probably after this week, so stay tuned for that. And then I got in the Urban Decay After Dark palette as well. This is the one that apparently is supposed to be replacing the Electric palette. And so I did some swatches. You guys can see I did some swatches in these. So these are really, really beautiful. Like, look at this shade. Ah, stunning. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be using these for a week as well. So there is definitely going to be some cool, fun new palettes coming up. Let me know what you guys want to see first. I think I'm going to do the Sweet Peach palette next. I've done 2 weeks now using a lot of like colorful looks, and this is more on sort of like the wearable, neutral smoky side, and so I think I'm going to use this just to kind of break up the color. Let me know if you guys want a week focused on using this as well. This is you guys can't see that, I don't think, but there's like an A in there. In my camera it just looks like a white triangle. I'll obviously have to pull different eyeshadows to use that, but so yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see, what you're most excited about. Obviously I still do have some older palettes as well. I do have the little Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. This is like $3, so I do want to use that one. Also the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye, as well as some other palettes, I think. Let me know what you guys want down below, and I'll be happy to do that for you. If you guys like this look and everyone's doing good, and until my next video, I'll talk to all of you soon. Bye!